In this video, we're going to be going over which forms you might need if you're filing Schedule B with your income tax return. As a quick refresher, let's take a brief look at the Schedule B instructions to determine when you should file Schedule B in the first place. So taxpayers are going to file Schedule B with their Form 1040 if you had over $1,500 of taxable interest or ordinary dividends, if you received interest from a seller financed mortgage and the buyer used the property as a personal residence, if you have accrued interest from a bond, if you're reporting original issue discount or OID of less than the amount shown on Form 1099 OID, if you're reporting interest income of less than the amount shown on a Form 1099 due to an amortizable bond premium, if you're claiming the exclusion of interest from Series EE or I savings bonds issued after 1989, if you received interest or ordinary dividends as a nominee, in other words, on behalf of another taxpayer, or if you had a financial interest in, signature authority over a financial account in a foreign country, or if you received a distribution from, or if you were a grantor of, or a transferor to a foreign trust. So in other words, if your interest income exceeds a certain amount, if you receive interest from a variety of different sources that need to be reported on Schedule B, if you're excluding interest to pay for college expenses, or if you have financial interests in foreign accounts, then you would be required to file Schedule B. So let's take a look at this form. It's a one-page form, and basically what I've done is I've annotated the different areas with the different tax forms that you may need to file. So let's go ahead and go to the top. We're not going to practice completing this form. There is a video if you want to learn more about how to do that, and we'll put links in the show notes to that. But in part one, we're reporting interest income, so you're going to need all forms or all copies of your different Form 1099 INT, that's interest income, or Form 1099-OID, and that's original issue discount. So as a real quick pause, original issue discount would be a bond that was issued at a face value, but you bought it for less than that face value, and then over time, as years go by, the interest accrues. So it might say $100 on it, but it's really only worth 50 or maybe 75. So that would be an original issue discount bond. So there is some mention in the form instructions to IRS Form 1099-DIV Box 12. Those would be exempt dividends from or exempt interest from certain mutual funds. If you have anything in your Box 12 on Form 1099-DIV, then that would go on line 2A of your tax return directly. You don't need to put that into Schedule B. However, if you do have a Form 1099-DIV and it's paid you ordinary dividends, then we may need to report that in Part 2. So the other form that you'll need to complete in Part 1 is IRS Form 8815. So that's the exclusion of interest on certain savings bonds issued after 1989. So if you're using those savings bonds to pay for college or qualified higher education expenses, that interest is tax-free. You would need to calculate that on IRS Form 8815. So Part 2, if you have IRS Form 1099-DIV, then you would see an area where there is ordinary dividends. So you basically would take you would go through this, you would strip out the qualified dividends, and the remaining dividends are going to be your ordinary dividends. So see, shows ordinary dividends that are taxable. Report that amount in the ordinary dividends line of Form 1040. Also reported on Schedule B if you're required to. So, and then finally in Part 3, if you have foreign accounts and trusts, you may be required to file IRS Form 8938 if you have certain foreign financial assets. And you might also need to file IRS Form 3520 if you have anything to do with a foreign trust, meaning if you received a distribution from a foreign trust as a beneficiary, if you're the grantor of a foreign trust, if you transferred assets to a foreign trust, you may need to file IRS Form 3520 to accompany your Schedule B. So that's all we have for this video. We'll put links in the show notes to the articles and the videos that we've created about these different tax forms. So if you like our art, and you can go to any of these articles simply by going to our website, teachmepersonalfinance.com. You can type the name of the IRS form directly into the search bar, and you should see the article appear. So if you like our articles, please subscribe to our newsletter. And if you like our YouTube videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you have any questions, comments, or if there's a topic that I can help you with, please feel free to hit me up in the comments section. Thank you very much and have a great day.